Hey, hello there. This is Brian from Troubled Waters. Hey, thanks for being on the video on this beautiful Thursday. It is an absolute stunning, beautiful day. Remember, we've been talking about things that get us into troubled waters. And today we're going to be talking about doubt. So if you're following along, we're going to be in John chapter 20. And I want to read this. It's very familiar. This is the story of Thomas. You know, you've heard so many. I think Thomas very much got a bad rap. But we're going to talk about doubt, 3 things that cause it, and then we're going to talk about 3 remedies that can deal with it. So I'm going to be in chapter 20, beginning in verse 24, and I'll read through verse 29 if the wind doesn't blow it away here. All right, John chapter 20. Now Thomas, called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus came. The other disciples therefore said to him, "Look, we've seen the Lord." So he said to them, "Unless I have seen his hands, the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and put my hand into his side, I won't believe. I'm not going to believe." Verse 26 says, after 8 days his disciples were again inside, and this time Thomas was with them. Jesus came, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, "Look, peace be unto you." Then he said to Thomas, "Reach your finger here and look at my hands, and reach your hand here and put it into my side. Do not be unbelieving, but believing." In verse 28, and Thomas answered and said to him, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen, and yet they believe." I have had some bad experiences with doubt. It is something that can land you into troubled waters because it can shipwreck your faith. And I just want to talk about 3 things why on this short video that lead people into doubt. Number 1 is unanswered questions. I think especially in certain parts of the country, people are afraid because they either look dumb or look silly, or they come across as somebody who's believing. So I've seen a lot of people that are ashamed to ask questions. And I just want to challenge myself and my church when there's a lot of people there, and when I think what I want to remind my some of the teachers I work with is, look, when somebody comes to you with a question, do your best to answer it. You're not going to know everything about every situation, but you do your best, and if you don't know, then you tell people you don't know. But I think the church should be, and family, the church and the family should be the last place for people to be made fun of or ashamed for asking a question. Number 2, I think people deal with doubts with unfair situations. It's like, look at Ukraine. They've been in war over 3 years. There's babies being slaughtered, being killed. Where's God? Why doesn't God stand up? And that is something that is for another session. God is in control of all things, and I have to remind myself of that, because I'm not God and I don't see everything like that. I'm just illustrating 3 things that will lead people into doubt. And then the other thing is bad actors, even in the church. How many times have you come across somebody who's so black and white? And there's a person that I've seen this over and over and over, will reach out to a question or a doubt. They don't feel good about a certain situation. Well, this is the black and white answer. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, or this. When the person maybe is trying to answer their doubt, but they're leaving more room for doubt. Some situations are more gray. And sometimes it takes a lot of prayer and reaching out through relationship, going to God first to build a relationship and to understand better where that doubt's coming from. So those are the three things. So running close into time. Wow, it's 5 o'clock. So I want to run this by you. Nobody has a perfect faith. I will never be in a situation where my faith is 100%. I've got all this figured out. Number 2, don't be afraid to see your loved one ask those tough questions. Because what I want to leave with you is number 3. Like Thomas was credited for going into India, other places in the Middle East. He had a tremendous faith. Sometimes when the greatest doubt, those doubts are answered, it leads to the greatest faith. So like and subscribe. Please share this video. Share your comments below in the description. Please click the bell icon so that this information can be disseminated across the board to other people. Make this a great day, but above all, make this a godly day.